join me in impacting the lives of the youth in our community? Hello, I'm Stacy Dickerson, and I'm honored to serve as a volunteer member of the Board of Directors for the Occoneechee Council and the Boy Scouts of America. I'm also a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and have in various positions through church callings and other volunteer leadership positions served in scouting for over 30 years. It is in that respect that I wish to speak to you, my fellow Latter-day Saints, about joining me in support of scouting.
I am convinced that scouting was divinely inspired as I consider comments from its founder, Lord Baden-Powell, such as, "Our objective in the scouting movement is to give such help as we can in bringing about God's kingdom on earth by including among youth the spirit and the daily practice in their lives of unselfish goodwill and cooperation." Though attacks rage from various quarters in our society today, such remains a stated mission of scouting. As you may know, the Church was the first nationwide sponsor of scouting and remains its largest chartered partner across the United States. In 2013, we celebrated our 100th anniversary of partnership with the Boy Scouts of America. President Thomas S. Monson, as a member of the National Board of the Boy Scouts since 1969, has served on that board longer than anyone in the history of scouting. He has continued in his position there even since being sustained as president of the church. His enduring support of scouting sends a message to us all.
For over 40 years now, I've served on the National Executive Board of Boy Scouts of America. I believe in scouting. I believe in the goals of the organization. I believe in the power of scouting to bless and enrich lives for good. I'm honored to be associated with such a fine organization.
Scouting impacts youth, not just in the church, but throughout the community. Each week, youth in the scouting program have the opportunity to experience the outdoors, become leaders, serve their communities, and model their life according to the Scout Oath and law. In fact, there are precious few institutions left in our society that build character like scouting. Endangered attributes like trust, loyalty, courtesy, kindness, cheerfulness, and cleanliness, as well as a sense of duty to God and country, are developed, encouraged, and emboldened in scouting. Now, scouting, like any other organization, must be financially supported in order to operate. Scouting and the packs, troops, teams, and crews in our wards and branches could not operate without the support and resources of the local Scout Council. The Occoneechee Council supports LDS Scout units and their families by providing support and information about the scouting program. We support volunteer leaders with numerous training opportunities that include web-based, district, and council-level programs that help your leaders develop the knowledge and skills they need to become more adept for the Scouts they serve. The Council has built and maintains 2 incredible camping properties available to Scout units: Camp Campbell on historic Carr Lake and the Occoneechee Scout Reservation, nestled where the Sand Hills meet the Piedmont in Moore County with Camp Durant and Camp Reeves. We provide 2 scout shops in Raleigh and Fayetteville to purchase uniforms, handbooks, program support materials like Pinewood Derby kits and merit badge pamphlets, and camping supplies. There is always counseling and support from trained district volunteers, a full-time professional staff member dedicated to bringing the very best program to local Scout districts, and support staff based in our Raleigh Service Center who are dedicated to ensure that all Scouts have the best possible experience. The Council also carries a comprehensive liability insurance policy to provide peace of mind to our chartered partners, unit leadership, and scouting families. All of these scouting resources only cost, on average, $240 per year for each youth member of the Occoneechee Council. This past year, over $60,000 in scholarships was distributed from the Council to ensure that no youth was denied the ability to experience scouting. The Occoneechee Council has made it our pledge to continue raising funds through grants, foundations, and corporate alliances to keep the cost of scouting as low as possible. Unfortunately, we are not able to fully underwrite the cost of scouting. Now, in the church, through the budget allowance program, we are not accustomed to being asked to fund anything beyond those supported by our payment of tithes and offerings. However, as an exception to that, authorized by church leaders for the solicitation of funds within the church to its members is the annual Boy Scout Friends of Scouting campaign. Because, due to restrictions outlined in the church handbooks, we do not participate in other fundraising activities that help fund the operations of the Occoneechee Council, it is important that we participate in the Friends of Scouting campaign. In recent history, Friends of Scouting campaigns and LDS-sponsored scout units in the Council have provided only about 1/3 of the funds needed to support the number of young men we have registered in LDS Scout units. We must do better to carry our share of the load, and I know we can. As an LDS family, whether you have a boy in scouting or not, it is incumbent on all of us to contribute what we can to further this great work. All funds contributed stay within the local council. The church pays all registration fees for scouts and leaders, and scout families are responsible to provide uniforms, gear, and camp fees for their boys. Those scout families that can contribute to Friends of Scouting should do so. But, so that no young man is denied the opportunity to participate fully, regardless of the resources of their family, all of us must also contribute. Though my 2 boys have long since earned their Eagle Scout Award, I contribute all I can to the Friends of Scouting campaign and am asking you to join me. All you need to do is complete the pledge card you were given. Our goal is to have 100% of the cards returned. You do not have to pay the pledge now. Your presenter can explain the payment options. Please consider supporting a scout for a year by making a pledge of $240, just $20 a month as a sustained contributor. If you are able, please consider covering the expenses of this inspired program for more than one boy. If you cannot support a scout at the $240 level, please consider a gift of $180 per year, just $15 per month, as a sustained giving donor.
I've learned a lot from school and team sports, but I think the lessons I've learned in scouting have really rounded out my character and prepared me to be a good citizen.
On behalf of every scout in the Occoneechee Council, we wish to thank you for your gifts of time, talent, and treasure that impact the lives of the over 15,000 scouts we serve. Your support of the Friends of Scouting campaign will truly impact the lives of those we are called to serve. May our Heavenly Father bless you, your family, and the good work of the Boy Scouts of America.